All right, guys, we're going to go over something real simple. It's pick and roll. And I know that it's simple. I know that people are going to look at me and be like, wow, why are we going over pick and roll? We all know how to do a pick and roll. No, you don't. If you did, you'd be much better at it. So trust me, as someone that has coached a long time, you do not know how to properly execute the 1930 pick and roll. Okay, you must go shoulder to shoulder. Be patient with me on this program. I'm just learning this stuff. Technology's catching up to me. So shoulder to shoulder. As I get, like I said in basketball, the more jumpers you take, the better you get. The more videos I make, the better I'll get. So bear with me in the early process here. That's the key to everything on pick and roll. That and screen the man, not the spot. So many times I see kids younger age screening a spot, not screening the man. Okay, especially off the ball stuff. We're going to go over pick and roll right now. Okay, which is simple. But I'm also talking about when you're screening down and away from the ball. Let's just start this way. This is the old Michael Jordan set. We used to call it MJ. You have shooters in each deep corner. With the Bulls, this was Steve Kerr, John Paxson, Michael Jordan. Set the screen. We also do this with horns. In this pick and roll set, we're going to call it MJ. See if this writes up here. Sweet, MJ. MJ, instead of having the double screen here, we're going to set that screen. We're going to set this guy way over here as an option. This is our primary shooter. That's your best finisher, penetrator, ball handler. You need a guy that can shoot this mid-range because that's going to be a shot that's going to be there a lot. But coming off of this, you have options, okay? So you have to come shoulder to shoulder and attack, not turn the corner wide, shoulder to shoulder, aggressively attack the basket. Force this man to have to step over and help. That way, it's a real simple kick. NBA Finals, Bulls did that to win championships. Steve Kerr hit the shot. Now, this guy has options. Pull-up jumper, finish at the rim, possibly floater. If this man doesn't help, layup. If this man does help, jump shot. Easy. Now, they could switch this. They could switch. If they switch, you don't turn the corner sharp because there's a defender there. So instead, you turn that shoulder to shoulder and you dribble and you flatten it out, forcing the switch man to also flatten out. Now you've switched. The defender should be on the high side. You roll to the basket. Because you have flattened out, you now have a dump down. Layup. These guys over here we'll get into later as we get better at running this. These guys are exchanges. These guys are options. If the guy got all the way through somehow, didn't have the shot, you've got to kick. If on the roll, they switched and you rolled it and passed it and this man came all the way over to help, then you've got that kick. If this man rotated down, then you've got the kick up here, or you could swing it to there. So and there's a lot of things we can do with guys up in here. You'll see as we play on. I don't want to get into all the complicated stuff, but this is the real simple basics. So, set the screen. Let's say we set the screen here. Best shooter. Boom, right there. Another shooter. Opposite. 1, 2, 3. That's your man. 4, 5. Come off this. He switches. Flatten it out. Roll. Dump it in. Gives you space. If you can turn the corner, you're going to get a layup or an open shot. They switched it so you couldn't get to the basket, so you flattened it out. Dump it. Layup. Kick. Simple. But if we do not do this, it does not matter. You must go shoulder to shoulder every single time. Screen the man, not the spot. And on these screens, you've got to set it on these screens. He's got to come off of you. You can't stick a knee out and go to him. You set it, he has to come off of you, shoulder to shoulder. If you can't do it, he can't play. If you can't make a mid-range, you can't do this. If you can't make the mid-range, then they'll just go under it and meet you down here every time. Because you're not going to pull up and hit that shot right there, so what's the point? Chauncey Billups killed the Lakers with that because Shaq wouldn't show on the screen. Chauncey came off the screen, bucket, 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 bucket. Pistons win 4-1. So, if this guy here can't make the mid-range, he can't be that guy. This guy's got to make a mid-range. He's got to be able to finish with a strong hand, left or right. He's got to be able to make quick decisions. This guy has to shoot. Otherwise, they're just going to help, and then you're going to kick it to a guy who can't shoot. This guy has to shoot. This guy could be a guy that could dive to the basket if you want for offensive boards. So there you go. Real basic pick and roll, no matter where you run it. You can run the pick and roll anywhere you want, but it should be that simple. Hopefully that clarifies some things.